Hi, it's Elissa Weinzimmer, founder of Voice Body Connection, and it is time for another How to Warm Up video. How to warm up. In today's How to Warm Up video, we are covering an exercise that I call release on the inhalation. Now, this is a really important breathing exercise because when your body learns how to take an easy inhalation, it means that you can actually deliver text or a monologue or a speech or a song or whatever it is with a lot more ease. Think about what happens when someone points at you and says, breathe. Probably your body does some version of this. Takes an effortful inhalation. Maybe your shoulders go up, or maybe you just go and take a breath. So the idea of taking a breath is actually a little bit silly because you don't actually need to steal air from the outside world, but it's fair. Our body is hardwired this way. It's wired to take an effortful inhalation, do work as we inhale, and then release as we exhale. And this is how we breathe when we sleep. This is how we breathe most of the time when we're walking down the street. But there's an issue with breathing this way when we are speaking or singing, because while I'm talking to you right now, I'm doing the work of talking on an exhalation. And I can prove it because if I were to start talking on an inhalation, it would sound like this. And that's not how we talk. So we definitely talk on an exhalation. It's egressive, not ingressive, which means that the only opportunity to take a break while we're talking or singing continuously is on the inhalation. So wouldn't it then be lovely if we could release and take an easy inhalation so we're not doing extra work? Otherwise, we might get into talk, 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 breathe, talk, 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 breathe, talk, 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 breathe. And you know how that feels when you're in front of people and you're doing that, hyperventilation. So what we're going to do is teach our body to make an easy, recovered, expansive inhalation. And we're going to do this using an exercise called progressive relaxation. But here's the thing, when progressive relaxation is normally taught, you go through different parts of the body, tensing and releasing. As you tense, you squeeze. And as you release, you exhale. So you inhale as you squeeze, and you exhale and relax. And that is indeed what happens. If you do this exercise progressively through different parts of the body, at the end, you'll be relaxed. You'll be ready to take a nice nap on the couch, have a glass of wine, chill out. You're not ready to perform, right? That's actually not the state we want to be in to perform. Total relaxation is not the goal. It's about alertness and readiness and responsiveness. So when we reverse this exercise, when we squeeze as we breathe out, do the work as we exhale, and then release as we breathe in, that's going to teach our body what it feels like to have an expansive inhalation. So let's try it. We're going to start with our feet. So squeeze the muscles in your feet and breathe out. And then relax your feet, let your breath come in. Good. Squeeze the muscles of your feet again and breathe out. Relax, let the breath come in. Good. And we're going to do 3 times in each place. One more time, squeeze your feet and breathe out. And relax, let the breath come in. Now, a couple things to say before we go to the second spot, which is the knees. First of all, you may have noticed I was making sound on the exhalation, but then the inhalation's really quiet. The reason for that, and that's good, is because totally fine to do work and make sound on the exhalation, but when you let go of all of the tension that would be in your throat or your shoulders or your neck or up here around your voice box and your vocal cords, when you just let all of that go, the air will come in silently, because since you've made your lungs smaller by squeezing, yes, I know we're down at the feet right now, but it's happening. Since you're making things smaller, they'll want to recoil and expand, and as long as the airway is open, the air will come in. So aim for that easy, silent inhalation as we go along. Just one other thing to say about the feet, since we're way down below the lungs, is that even though the air is not going down to your feet, it actually is true that the shape change of your body feels like breathing. So if you can allow shape change to be breath, then really it's sort of like when yoga teachers say crazy things to you like breathe into your feet. Make sense? That's what they mean. So, okay, good. Let's go down to the knees now. Take 2 fists between your knees, like so. Squeeze your legs together and breathe out. Release, let the breath come in. Good. Squeeze and breathe out. Release, let the breath come in. Squeeze and breathe out. Release and let the breath come in. Very nice. Now, the next place we're going to go is to the buttocks, and this is a very important place to use because when people walk around as a tight ass, if you will, they are clenching their buttocks. So this will help us release that area. I hope now that we're practicing the exercise in feet and knees, you can also feel that your body's starting to calibrate and understand how to do what it probably wants to do backwards, right? So keep going and your body will calibrate as you keep practicing this exercise. Let's go to the buttocks now. Squeeze the muscles of your buttocks and breathe out. Release, let the breath come in. Good, like the breath is dropping all the way down to the bottom of your torso. Squeeze and breathe out. Release, let the breath come in. Nice, and you may notice now I'm doing this with closed eyes because sometimes it's nice to go inside as you do it. Squeeze and breathe out. Relax, let the breath come in. Good. Hopefully your body's starting to calibrate and feel that squeeze and breathe out and release and breathe in works. And by the way, I know it's a little bit out of rhythm as I'm introducing this to you and we're going between feet and knees, etc. But doing that on purpose so your body can calibrate in terms of oxygen as well. But when you start practicing this on your own and you're getting better at doing it, feel free to keep it in a rhythm as long as you don't over breathe, okay? So next place we'll go is the low belly. Put your hand on your low belly between your belly button and your pubic bone. Take that part of your low abdominal muscles and draw them in and up towards the front of your spine and breathe out. And then release those muscles. Let the breath come in. Good. Squeeze and breathe out. Release, let the breath come in. Nice. Squeeze and breathe out. Release, let the breath come in. Like a recoiled, easy breath. Now you may notice, if you remember the breath support exercise in this How to Warm Up series, that action we just did is the same as the shh, let it go, or the hey, let it go that we've been doing. So these exercises are really good to do together in tandem, okay? Next step is to bring the shoulder blades together down the back and breathe out. And then let them spring open. Let the breath come in. Squeeze and breathe out. Let them release. Let the breath come into the back. Squeeze and breathe out. And let that go. Let the breath come in. Okay, moving up to the hands. So bring your hands up and squeeze them into fists and breathe out. And then let your palms, your hands, your arms expand. Let the breath come in. Very nice. Squeeze and breathe out. Let your body open. Let the breath come in. Almost like the sensation like it's coming in through your palms, like you had mouths in your palms. Squeeze and breathe out. Down to the bottom of your breath. Inhale as you expand. Very nice. Moving up to the shoulders and the neck. You're going to lift your shoulders slightly and shorten your neck. Don't overdo this one or you could crunch a little too much, but just gently squeeze and breathe out. And then release, lengthen. Let the breath come in. Squeeze and breathe out. Release and let the breath come in. Good. Squeeze and breathe out. And the movement leads the breath as you release. Breath just comes in. Very nice. And up to the face. Squeeze the face and breathe out. This part's silly. Release, let the breath come in. 2 more times. Squeeze and breathe out. Release, let the breath come in. Squeeze and breathe out. And then release, let the breath come in. Very good. Okay, and finally, we'll just do the whole thing, a little bit everywhere in all parts of the body. Squeeze everything we've squeezed and breathe out. Expand your body, let the breath come in. Nice, easy, squeeze and breathe out. Expand and let the breath come in. So easy, squeeze and breathe out. Everything opens, releases, and the breath comes in. So good. Okay, so that is the release on the inhalation exercise. We did feet, knees, buttocks, low belly. We did shoulder blades, we did hands, we did shoulders and neck, we did face, and then we did the whole body. So as you practice it, you can do 3 in each place, you can do 2. You can really do this in whatever way you like, but I highly recommend that you practice this exercise often until your body starts to really, really recognize this pattern. Now, another really useful use of this exercise is for anxiety, because that feeling that I hope you experienced as you expanded and breathed in is actually this really confident, buoyant, excited feeling, right? So if you're ever feeling anxious, like before you're about to go on stage or before you're going to press record as you are filming something, then this can be a great exercise to do. Now, 2 more specific ways to modify this exercise. If you need to do the socially acceptable, no one notices you version of it, you can be on public transportation or you can be somewhere where people can see you, and you can very gently squeeze everything and breathe out and then release. Let the breath come in. No one even needs to know. And conversely, if you really, really want to pump yourself up and be more confident, you can do the really big version where you go squeeze everything and breathe out, and you get really, really small, and then you get big and let the breath come in. And that's maybe the toilet stall or around the corner from the other people version, okay? So enjoy this exercise. I really hope that release on the inhalation is powerful for training your nervous system to know what it feels like to do things easily, to have an easy breath, to be able to be in a situation where people are looking at you and still breathe with freedom and ease. Enjoy, and I will see you in a future How to Warm Up video. How to warm up.